Good afternoon. This app automates the operations in the church, essentially the credits and the debits, and then it gives us a breakdown, an overview of all the income based on various categories that comes into the church and also that leaves the church account. It also allows us to be able to query the database giving a particular criteria, like we want to know how much money has gone into fuel or how much money has been received as tithes and all the other categories that we may choose. Also with this app we are able to download the reports. We are able to download the reports uh, between a given period of time to a given period of time. So the site for the app is mfm mfm.myapps.ng. So when you are logging in for the first time, it gives you the login page where you'll be required to provide your valid username and password. It is so because this is not for the general public, it's not for the members, it's only for authorized users, the accountant, and of course the administrator, which in this case is usually the pastor. Okay, so there are two access levels. There is the super admin access level, which gives all privileges to the user, like the pastor or the admin can do everything. The admin can approve a request, which is actually the major difference between the admin and the other users. For the admin can approve a request for disbursement, while an accountant or a receptionist can post a request. So we are going to be seeing the differences very soon, but for now let's log in as an admin. So for the admin, I'm going to use this login username, which is Pastor Sam, and then I'll type the password. Okay. Okay, now as you can see, immediately we log in to this app, we are presented with this beautiful dashboard. This dashboard gives us a summary of what is happening at the back end, a summary of our accounting flow. For example, as we can see, the first tab we have here is total number of posted income. Now, what this means is since this app is commissioned, or from the very first time posts are being sent or credits are being sent to the app, the total number of credit that has gone into the app is 5. Now, this 5 is coming dynamically, is dynamically generated from the back end, and we'll see that very soon. What it means is if we had an extra post now, we're going to see this number is going to increase. So we're going to just run through all of them, and then I will try and explain them as briefly as I can. So this gives us the total inflow, total credit into the app, whether it is by building donation, it is by offering, it is by tithe, whatever the caption is, this is the total amount received. This is a summary of the total amount that has been posted to the app, a sum total of, let's say, tithe, offering, whatever. The sum total of every amount that has been posted to the app is in this case 240,000. I added this dummy record just for training purposes. Once the training is over, we're going to remove all of this information so that everything will be 000. But at least for us to know how to use it, we have added some information. So again, this one gives us the total of all the amounts that has been received by the church. Okay, so if probably we want to know what is the amount received for tithes, or what is the amount received for offering or building donations, we will need to go right inside the app. But this is a summary page. Okay, now let's see the next one, debit request. This one gives us the total number of debit requests that has been made or has been posted. For example, if the account posts that we need, let's say, 10,000 naira to buy cables, or we need 1 million naira to buy some pairs of microphone, we need so and so amount. The total number of such posts is what this one gives us. So from here we can know, okay, how many posts have we received since the app has been in use. Then we have the disbursement amount. This one gives us a total of all the amounts that has been disbursed. Now, in this case, it is not just an amount that has been posted. As a matter of fact, this tab does not gives us information on posted amounts, but an amount that has been approved, that has been authorized by the admin. So let's say an accountant may post up to, let's say, 10 requests asking that, okay, we want to buy this, we want to buy that. Let's say there are 10 posts, but at the end of the day, the pastor only approved of 5. The sum total of that 5 is what we'll be getting here. So it is not just posted, because it is one thing to post, it is another thing for the church to be able to afford it. So we only deal with an amount that has been approved, and that is what we have here. Now, approved requests. Total number of approved requests. Now, of course, as it is written already, I'm sure this is self-explanatory. Okay, so this gives us the total number of requests that we have approved, and this gives us the total number of requests that is pending approval. Maybe there are up to, like in this case, there are still 3 requests that is pending approval. Okay, now let's quickly run through it. Let's start with the one that is pending approval. This is saying that approved is 3, pending is 3. Now click here to approve. Let's just click this button, and that should take us right inside the app. Okay, now we are right inside the app. We can see the breakdown. We can see expenses category. This is utility. Staff. The staff that posted the request is Pastor Sam. The recipient, that is the person receiving the money. Okay, this staff name can also be the prepared by, the staff that prepares this invoice. Okay, the number of the recipient, the person that is receiving this money, the amount in question, and the purpose for that request. We can see it. So we can see all of these are true. Let's go, and as you can see, we have true. True is 1, 2, 3, and false is also 1, 2, 3, which actually shows that what is at the back end is correct. So what I want to do now is to approve a request. Okay, so I'm going to click on this first. Let's say I want to approve this request for fuel and oil. So to approve it, as an admin, you will click on this link, and then we are going to, it will redirect us to the approval page where we can just do the approval. Okay, but if you are not the admin, you won't be able to see this payment status column that is meant for approval. Only the admin has that privilege. We'll see that later. So let's click the link, the first. Okay, now as you can see, this is saying, is giving us the breakdown: fuel and oil, payment for fuel, and the amount is 10,000 naira. So the church may decide that, okay, I want to approve the whole 10,000 naira, or maybe after negotiation with the person, we are unable to pay 10,000. We want to just reduce it to 9,000 naira. And of course, this is still showing the name of the person and the phone number. Now there is a warning here. An approved request is irreversible. Click cancel if you are not sure. So if you have gotten to this page in error, or for whatever reason you are not certain this is what you want to do, you can just click cancel. Let's click cancel and see what happens. The cancel will definitely take us back to the page we came previously. You can see nothing has changed. We are still having the 3 non-approved and the 3 approved. So let's go back. We'll click the first again, and this time around we will click approve request. Okay, by the time we click approve request, we have the true to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the one that is not approved, they are just 2. So let's go to the dashboard. I've put an icon here on the page that allows us to be able to go to the dashboard directly, where we can see that breakdown. So let's just visit the dashboard and see what is there. Can we see the pending is now 2, while the approved request is what? Is 4. So just like I said earlier on, this page is giving us a summary of what is happening at the back end. Okay, now and of course, from all this menu, we can just go. For example, this is saying the total income posted is 5. We may want to visit the income page, maybe to take a look or to confirm. So we can click visit income page, and you can see truly we have 5 income. Okay, as the income grows, we have page 1 of 2, page 1 of 3. It is paginated. Okay, so let's go to the dashboard. Okay, we can see total amount received. Visit, this is again, this shows us a sum of all the amount that has been received. But let's say we want to know only the amount that has been received, let's say within the last 3 days. For instance, we click the visit the amount page, and then here, okay, these are the total amount received, 5, which shows what we have on the page. Let me just open the page on a new tab. Okay, let's open the page. As you can see, total amount received is 5, which shows that what we have here is correct. But let's say we don't want to have all the total. We only want to have the total between, let's say, this is showing March 9. So let's just say between March, we come here and let's choose between March 9 and then let's say March 10. Between March 9 and March 10. So if you click on this icon, okay, now we have only 2 for those for the date we have chosen. And this is giving us not only in words but also in figures. So as far as this is concerned, if this is 20, this is 20,000, this is 50,000. If you add the 2 up, you have 70,000 naira. Okay, so this shows us the amount that has been received between this time and this time. Another good thing we can do is we can export. If we don't want it on the screen, maybe we want it printed. Okay, there is a button here, this export to CSV. Okay, this export to CSV, there is a button beside it. We'll click this and then we will now choose view income report. If you click this view income report, it's going to download. It has downloaded the report. Okay, the report has been downloaded. Let's go and check. Let's go and check. I will open in Excel. We are opening that report in Excel, and then yes, as we can see, we are having the same information here. The same information. Just a moment. Okay, we have the same information. The name is Shegun Royals, 20,000, 50,000, and then we are having the total 70,000, 70,000. So the same information has been posted and has been downloaded to the Excel file. The same information, we have the same information downloaded. So that's the essence of this export to CSV. It gives you a hard copy of whatever you query. All right, now let's go to the dashboard again, to the home page. The Mfm Sw3 icon gives us the home page. Now everything we see in the on the dashboard, these are the shortcuts. We can just come to income. The income table, this shows you all the income that's entered into the app. But let's assume we want to add fresh income. We'll click this income and click the add income menu. The add income menu is where we post new income. So here we choose a category for the income. So let's say we are posting, let's say this time around we are posting for Prayer City. The donor name, let me just say, is Pastor Sam. The purpose of payment, we'll just say Prayer City offering, Prayer City offering. Okay, and the amount, we can call the amount, let's say 10,000 naira. Okay, automatically the date is added to the page. So if you click this now, this Prayer City, Pastor Sam, Prayer City offering, and we click post income. Okay, automatically that becomes the number 1. As you can see on the income page, it is now 6 and no longer 5. So, and the last one we posted is now the first post on the page, which is the prayer city, Pastor Sam, and then it gives this breakdown. All right. So again, if you now want to check the total amount posted at any point in time, we click the total income, which is what we did initially. So first, the income table gives us the breakdown. Before we proceed, can we just check the dashboard and see if this is showing that we have 6 posts now? If we check the dashboard, you can see total number of credits is 6. This is showing the 6 that we posted. All right, showing everything is correct. Okay, now the income menu gives us all the breakdown we need for the income. The income table shows us the whole income. That is the first. The hard income is where we had our income. Is where we had our income. We choose a category, we type the donor name, we type the purpose, we provide the amount, and then we post. Okay, and again, the total income menu is where we can decide to check an amount received per time. Okay, we can just choose, okay, how much has been received, let's say in the past 1 month. Once this from date is where you click for the starting date. Okay, and then this total date is where you click for the ending date. So just choose the date range, and then if you click view income, it will give you the summary. If you click export to CSV, it will download the report in an Excel format for you to be able to print out. Okay, now let's go back. Now the expenses column, it's similar to the income column, because on the expenses column we also have the expenses breakdown. Okay, and we have the hard expenses, just like we have with hard income. And of course, we also have the total expenses, where we can check the amount that has been disbursed between so and so time. But let me just spend a bit of time in the expenses column. Now, the expenses table, I'm sure this is self-explanatory. We can have, this is showing that we have 6 expenses posted. But then there is this interesting column, the payment status page. This payment status, it is only viewable by the admin. If you log in as a staff, you won't be able to see this payment status, because you need this payment status for approval. So the admin posts, but the accountant or the receptionist posts, but the admin approves. So it is one thing to post, and when you are posting for the first time, it will be set to false. Approval will be set to false. Okay, let's just do a quick post and see how that works. I'll come to expenses again, click add expenses. So let's choose an expenses, let's say ICT. Okay, expenses purpose, let's say purchase um, of of LAN cables. Okay, total fund requested, let's say 30,000 naira. This has to be written in numbers, no comma. Okay, recipient name, let's say Nelson. Okay, this gives us a column for phone number, so you can always delete this phone number and add the right one. Okay, but I will just leave it as it is. So once this is posted, it will be set to false by default. You don't have to set anything here. Once the receptionist posts anything here, it will be set to false, that is pending approval. So let's do that. If I click post expenses, post expenses. Okay, my internet is a bit slow. Okay, we are there. We can see the one I posted now is showing as the first one. It's showing the staff name. This will always give us the name of the person who logged in. Okay, and since it's Pastor Sam that logs in, we are seeing Pastor Sam. The expense category is ICT. The name of the recipient is Nelson. The number is this. The amount is this, and the purpose, as you can see, the payment status is set to false. So when this app is calculating the total amount. Let's just go back there. When it's calculating the total amount, when this app is calculating the total amount, it will only deal with payment status that has been set to true. Now, when we are calculating the total amount here, by choosing the date and the from date and the to date, it will only deal with those that have their status set to true. Okay, I think I should open this page in another tab so that we can just see it very clearly. Okay, so when you are expenses list, good. Now, as this is set to false, this only indicates that this amount has been requested by the admin, but it is up to the church to decide to approve of this amount, to reduce the amount, or to leave it, not to approve it at all. So that is why while we are calculating the total money that has gone out of the church, it will not take care of any status that is set to false, because of course it is believed that the church has not approved of it. And that is why if you want to approve a request, let's just click the approve request menu again. To approve any request, it is strongly advisable that the pastor ensures that it is okay. This is the same amount. When I click that link, it's showing me where to approve. So it is important that before you click that approved, you have actually given that money out, or you are about to give that money out, because this will be counted as an expenses to the church. If instead of 30,000, the church decides to spend only 20,000, then the 20,000 should be typed here. Okay, and if you are not sure, you click cancel. So if I click approve request, you will see it would have edited that amount to 20,000 naira. It will no longer be the 30,000 that was initially requested. Okay, just let's wait a bit for that to happen. Can you see the first is already set to what? 20,000 naira, and by just clicking that button, this is set to true. Okay, this is set to true. I hope that is very, very clear. Now, in a case where there are a lot of requests, because later on, as you can see, we are now in page 1 of 2. Okay, so if you want to go to the next page, you click next. This takes us to the next page. So over time, we are going to have a lot of posts such that we can't even see everything in a single page. There is this search button that allows us to be able to search for a particular name. Let's say we want to know, oh, have we attended to this person? You can see this is the second page. This is the second page. Okay, this is the second page, and then we can go to the previous page, or you can go to the first page. So this will continue to grow as we add more and more entries. All right. Okay, so like I was saying, when you have so many posts and then you want to probably search for a particular post, when you want to search for a particular post, there is the search button here. As you can see, this search button. Let's say we want to see there's someone called Nelson. Have we actually approved this request, or maybe we want to call him later on and we want to know what his phone number is? Remember, it may not be the first link on this page. Maybe it's in page 50 or something. So just come here, type the name here, and then click search. If you click search, that will search the whole database and match the entry typed here with the records in the database. If it finds that record, that is going to be displayed on the page. Okay, let's just, can you see Nelson is showing, and then of course we can see the details, and it's actually giving us the status, so we can know, oh fine, we have approved this request, it was approved at this also time. So this information is there for our use, making use of the search item anytime we want to bring out information of a past record. And lastly, we have the view status. We may want to choose how many requests have we approved. Okay, even though we can get them on the dashboard, we can also have the details here. If we click this view status, and click that approved request, it will show you the breakdown of the request that has been approved. Can you see? 5 requests has been approved. Okay, so but if you come back to this same place and check pending, this will also show you the breakdown of all the requests that are awaiting approval. Okay, the requests that are awaiting approval. Okay, I think basically this is okay. This is showing 2 requests are awaiting approval. 2 requests are awaiting approval. So this is how to make use of the app. If need be, I may send other videos for other parts of the app. But for now, these are just the breakdown. Thank you.